Alright guys, gonna do an update here. I've got two plants that bloomed for me, and let's start with this one. This is the Ludisia Discolor and a jewel orchid. Well, it's really known for its foliage, or the leaves, which are really nice, but it has also really nice flowers, as you can see here. I had two spikes. So actually, when I bought this at a nursery, it's in a 4-inch pot with two, I'm not sure if like two stalks or two stems. So I believe those were these two, the flowers with the spikes. And yeah, really small 4-inch pot. I just repotted it because thinking that it might help with its growth, and apparently it did, and then started to have more growth. So I believe when I repot this in spring, or I might not repot it, but like there's this 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 new growth, which I believe if ever I decide to repot it, I might have 5 new plants, but I just won't, because they look nice in just one big pot with the growth. I've read a lot about this planting online, and also saw videos in YouTube, and they form this bushy looking plant that has really nice leaves, and of course really nice flowers. These plants, from what I've read, is known to be easy to grow. Oh, by the way, my kids are downstairs, so pardon the noise. But anyway, they're considered as kind of easy as long as you're able to provide them basic needs like bright light, not really bright, but more of indirect bright light, and then high humidity. But I guess from what I've read and watched, they can do really well in like maybe around 50 or 60. I've seen a lot of people grow them in YouTube, grow them in windowsills, so it will just work fine. I think some water on some water in a dish underneath them, which will help with the humidity. But basically in here, I guess in just 4 months, or yeah, 4 months, it produced a lot of growth and these flowers, simply because I have a lot of humidity with my humidifier. I have 2 in here, and this one will literally get this place here humidified, like there's a fog here whenever this turns on. Other thing that I think it like is it's a bright light, but again, my light is way up there, so it's not getting it like burning the leaves or burning the flowers. So yeah, in a grow tent, I guess I have more control over keeping the humidity stable, the temperature stable. So down here, as you can see here, it's 70%. No, it's the temperature is 70 Fahrenheit, and I think, yeah, this broke down. This is around 71 to 72, so it's a bit cool down here, and it helps, I guess. So yeah, just want to share this. This is not a care video, simply because there's a lot if you go online websites, there's a lot of care guides about this plant, and a lot of videos about these plants that I literally digested. But in my setup, it's doing really well, simply because I'm able to control everything in this grow tent. Again, humidity around 70 to 80, I believe around 80, because but not all the time. So this one, my humidifier is controlled by this Inkbird hygrostat. Basically, that's the Pro, but basically I programmed it to run at like to maintain it at 70% humidity, but it has a differential wherein it can go down. It depends on how much you want it to go down. In my case, I let it go down to up to 60 before it turns on the humidifier. So it loves the high humidity, definitely, I can say that. Again, I have a lot of growth here, starting with just only 2 stems, or yeah, 2 stems. I now have this growth, and being it's winter, I'm not fertilizing this at all. So I figured, and also being with the winter rest, I've timed my my grow lights to just like around 8 or 9 hours, and I'm just following how the sun rises and goes sunrise and dawn works here in where I live. So basically less light, but still I had this growth, but I figured come spring, where I have longer light hours and more water and more watering and fertilizing, I'll have more growth, and I'm excited for next winter, because when it blooms, will have more spikes, because I've seen that online, like a lot of spikes. It's really beautiful. But anyways, about watering, let me correct myself there, since it's in a pot and I have a lot of humidity in here. I just water this maybe every 3 or 4 weeks. I always check the substrate, and it's always damp, again, because the humidity in here is so high that it just maintains it, doesn't get like bone dry. I figured if it's out of the growth head, it will dry really fast. So what I learned from people who grow plants indoors, they always check the first inch of the pot, and if it's like dry, like literally dry, they water it. In my case, I've never seen it really dry, but yeah, I still water it maybe every 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, there's a lot of grow care guides online. You can read it online, watch it on YouTube. In my end, this is my setup. Humidity of 70%, 60 to 70, watering about every 3-4 weeks, and bright grow lights. So yeah, this is for this plant. And the next plant I'm gonna talk about is a plant that I just got at a video about Andy's Orchids year-end sale. And when it came, it's actually in bloom, but I think the flowers, due to the stress of the shipping, were kind of like damaged. But now this Stelis Hirtzii, let me see here. Yeah, oh sorry. Yeah, this is a Stelis Hirtzii. Okay, let me get this tag. Yeah, there, Stelis Hirtzii. So this Stelis Hirtzii came in blooming. Now, this is according to the website, it's a free flowering all throughout the year. So when it arrived, I was a bit surprised to see this some blooms, but now it has bloomed thoroughly. I'm not sure if I can get a good. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes I can get a good. There you go. Yeah, it's a 10 times zoom, but you guys get the idea. It's really a lovely plant, and yeah, there, at least a little bit there, you can get a good glimpse of the flower, the color, and yeah, it's really tiny. So yeah, I guess it loves the humidity in here, because in this area, again, I have this humidifier and this long one, a tall one here. So basically I have humidity going up here and then down here. So really nice. really nice flower, Stelis Hirtzii. So I just had this like a couple of weeks, just 1 week I guess. But basically I put another sphagnum moss in here because it gets a bit dry. But for this one, I think it needs to be damp all the time. It's damp but not soggy. But I'm really happy about this plant, and from what I can see, it's got another bloom coming up. So yeah, for care, I mean, again, lots online, and I think this is just an easy plant as long as you're able to maintain humidity about 60 to 70%. At night, by the way, this tent has a humidity of around 80, 85. Once the lights turn off, and obviously, since I have my humidifiers turned on, if it goes down to 60, it's just well, basically the humidifiers don't turn on anymore because it's like around 80 all night. And in a way, maybe it's like how it is in the wild, in the cloud forest where most of these orchids come from. A lot of mist, fog that keeps them really moist, not soggy, but moist. So yeah, the Stelis Hirtzii. So since it's winter, I'm not gonna be fertilizing these plants. I actually haven't fertilized any of these orchids, but I've read a lot. I've been researching a lot about the best way to fertilize them, and one thing I've seen or read that there's a lot of success is the use of the Maxi kelp fertilizer. So I'm excited for spring because I'll start that when the lights stay open longer, turned on longer, and then I'll start I'll start the fertilizing on the growing season. Now with that said, a lot of these orchids that I purchased from Andy's Orchids has this, according to the description, they are free flowering throughout the year. And in my research also, some of these like will flower all throughout the year or more than one season. And I purchased them because I figured if they are free flowering all throughout the year, then it would really be nice to have, you know, a growth full of orchids with flowers all the time. And one of the orchids I bought that are free flowering is this Ella odorata or retrocalia. And so I did a video about this when it first bloomed for me, and that bloom, the flower already dropped, and now it has a new one, and it's got two more on the way. And yeah, I've read online, I've seen it online on YouTube that this orchid, when happy, will keep flowering throughout the year. And so far it is doing that. It is happy. So again, like high humidity, watered, since it's winter, I'm giving it a winter rest, so I water it maybe only 3 times a week. But according to a lot of care guides, you don't want to get it too dry. But since the humidity in here is really high, it is damped all the time, so I'm just letting it go through that rest, and it still blooms for me, so that's a good thing. The other thing, another orchid that I made a video about is Pluritalis ornata. So at the time it has only one bloom, and that has like dropped already, and now it has a new one. Actually it has 2, and it has peculiar flowers, and now you can see, guys, it's got more spikes coming out. So another free flowering orchid that's been described by Andy's Orchid as like will flower throughout the year, and so far it's doing that. So very happy to see this in the morning every day, just blooming. So that means I'm doing something right, and that's kind of quite encouraging in this hobby. So yeah, let's try it. There, see. look at all those I call it tendrils, but there's a specific term that Ants Orchids has noted about it. But yeah, really nice looking plant or flower. And let's try to see the other one. Right there. Yeah. So yeah, another one that's keeps on blooming for me. So the Harella Dorada, Pluritalis ornata are all doing great for me. So yeah, you can hear them. My newborn. I have a 3-week-old son. So anyway, so far yeah, that's it. Very happy. The others, I hope they are able to keep up with their description of free flowering all throughout the year. But I think some of them may take some time to get to that point. This is the Pluritalis deploranta. If you guys research this one online, that it just grows lots of leaves, and then the flowers are really nice. So hopefully it gets to that point. It starts to flower, and you can see that's a new leaf there. So I think it likes its new spot. Before it's written there, it's shaded, so I put it like down here, and I think it doesn't get enough light. But since I put him up there, it's happy. It's putting out new growths. So that's a good thing. Oh, the other thing is this Pluritalis rowlei. It's potted, and been watering this now every like three days in a week, and I have lots of growth. I mean, this is a growth. Those two ones there, that one, and yeah, this one is also a new growth, and this is another one. So yeah, this guy is happy. I'm gonna repot it maybe springtime in a bigger pot, and I'm thinking about doing it on the 6-inch. And yeah, I'll talk about this discovery I had, and might help some people who wants to just hook or make hook pots, but I'll talk about it on another time. So anyway, so that's it. Just a quick update about the blooming the plants that's bloomed for me right now. And yeah, the tent's doing really well. I'm happy. Even the immersed aquarium plants are doing great. So yeah, thank you guys. Please hit like, or yeah, just hit like. It will help. Hopefully other people get to see my videos and learn from it, because that's how I learned, just researching and watching videos like this. So thank you, and have a good day.